Yo, what's going on? Welcome to Drinks with Coach. I am your host, Thomas L. Harris, a.k.a. Coach, and I got a good friend here, a longtime friend, been working since the beginning of this film thing. But before I introduce you, I want to give a shout-out to Ricardo Amor Tequila Anejo, owned by Beasy Jones. And yeah, we drinking on that today. So we're going to drink a little bit of that tequila today. So with no further ado, I'd like to introduce my guest, Beasy Jones, director, actor now, I must say, right? Writer, producer. Maybe. So what's going on, man?
You got it. I can't call it. Just trying to make a movie.
Yeah, man, I hear you. So I would say we drinking on your tequila. It's kind of smooth, too. I ain't gonna lie. I like it. It's a little smooth. I'm gonna take a little shot, too.
Don't drink too much. You're gonna get drunk.
I see. So, first thing we like to do, man, is just shout out, everything you've been doing in the film community, man. We've been, how we've been locked in since the beginning. So, been watching you, man, your growth, man. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of everything you got going on. And,
appreciate you.
Nothing but salute to you, man. It's always nothing but big salute to you, man.
Thank
always. You know it. So, man, who is Beasy Jones, man?
Just a kid from Southwest trying to make movies, man.
Yeah?
That's it.
So what's that, like a kid from Southwest?
That's just my mind frame, just a statement. Just say, cause where I come from, man, you would never think there was a light through that tunnel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, all I knew was selling dope and running the streets, man. That's all I really ever knew. You know what I'm saying? And then when I found film, it's like it took me away from all of that.
Yeah. Now, finding film, you started off actually in music videos, right? Mm-hmm. Back in, 08, 09? Was it something like that?
Somewhere around there, yeah. Somewhere, it's been a long time.
Shooting videos with the big old camera. And this before DSLR. This is like before DSLRs.
Man, I'm gonna say this. We started DSLR, man.
Yeah, the 7D.
The 7D.
The Canon
we started
7D.
that like with the hood. Like I ain't gonna say we was the first ones using it because it was one other person in the city that actually shot one video with it.
Who was it?
It was Darren.
Darren. Right.
Darren did. And me and T caught wind of that.
Yeah.
Man, because we was running around this bitch with that big ass Sony camera, man. It was a Sony Z1U.
I remember.
And that Canon.
You shot the SRU. It was a Baby James or SRU video.
We shot all that videos.
Yeah.
For real. Yeah, but we caught wind of that, man, and we ended up, we got that camera, and there wasn't no looking back.
Yeah, DSLRs, I remember when they came, they changed the game for not just videographers, but filmmakers. But videographers was able to start making, films look professional, look like they spending big budgets on these videos, and it's a camera this big, 7D. It's a Mark II.
No, it wasn't a Mark II. It was just a Canon 7D. That's all it was at the time.
Oh, because Mark II wasn't out then yet.
That was like the birth of the DSLR. The 7D was like the first camera that really did video.
Yeah.
And I just remember setting that camera up for the first time. We was shooting Angel video in my basement. They was posing. They thought we was taking pictures, man. I was just like, no, we shooting a video. You can rap now,
Yeah.
It was fun. It was fun though.
The music video career, that was the start of T&B, right? Mm-hmm. Which was you and T is who we know as Moolah Films. You guys came in as videographers in the very beginning.
Yeah.
Tell me about that. What was that roller coaster like?
It really wasn't a roller coaster. We were just trying any and everything, man, and just because we was at Studio Truly, man.
Okay.
Studio Truly on Warren, man. We used to be out there just doing stuff. T, he used to do beats. I don't think a lot of people knew he was a producer first. Yeah, so he's found his niche to go somewhere else, and I was like, man, I ain't trying to produce for real. Cause I tried it. It really wasn't for me. And then trying to make a name when you got to compete with guys like Hell of a Ant Beats and all that. Yeah. I wasn't up for that task. Yeah. So I was just like, man, music videos. I said we can make a mark. We can do something. Yeah. Because nobody was doing it. Yeah. And they considered us the trap videographers. Like we would go to any hood, any spot. We didn't give a fuck. We was in there shooting videos. Mm-hmm. Everybody else, they thought they was too good for that. Mm-hmm. No, that's why they started. That's why we was so swamped shooting music videos, because we would shoot for the hood niggas. Yeah. That's pretty much what it was.
The guys that didn't really have
street niggas. They were street niggas. Like we shot for all street niggas.
Yeah. What was the video that catapulted y'all? Because I remember the video.
Oh yeah, SRU
and
we run this.
Yeah.
It was so crazy when we shot that video. Me and T had shot the video. It was done. They called T and said, "Hey, we want to add payroll and Shorty to to the song.
Yeah.
And when they did that, I swear to God, the day T dropped that video, the next day the phone wouldn't stop ringing.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
I remember, man, because I think at that time we had just linked up.
Yeah.
We were getting ready to
Project Theater.
Yeah, start to try to shoot a film. And I remember when that We Run This dropped, and I remember the lens flares. The flares in the video. Remember the flares was like, oh man, they got flares in there, and then the quality and the crispiness of it and the look, and it looked like a real professional shot video. And I remember saying, oh yeah, this I ain't never seen this before. And I remember, y'all, it just took off. It just took off. It just was like on fire. Next thing you know, we was working every weekend, every day,
nonstop.
Yeah.
It became our job.
Yeah.
Like we was just trying stuff, because we really was only shooting music videos for SRU. At that point. We would shoot, like, me and T go out to the club, shoot their parties and all that.
Yeah.
All that shit stopped.
Cause y'all was swamped with the music videos, yeah.
It went crazy.
And the music video, that was an interesting time dealing with rappers back then.
Yeah.
That was interesting. Do you think that helped you better become who you are in film, dealing with those?
It really, because I used to be one of those people that like you ain't gonna talk shit to me.
Yeah.
I just, like, where I'm from is like, oh no, if that's what it is, what it is. And it's like dealing with these artists, man. You learn how to have thick skin, like, and learn how to communicate with your client. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, I apologize. I became apologetic. I was like, I was wrong all the time. So it definitely taught me how to be a businessman.
Yeah, which transitioned over into your film career. And speaking of your film, Concrete, I should say our film. I should say a bunch of people film.
Right,
that, it's funny because Anton introduced us.
Right.
Tell me about that experience with the Concrete situation, just from the scratch, just from being introduced to these guys that wanted to be actors, you guys wanted to be, filmmakers, and what was that like? Man,
me and T thought we struck gold. I swear to God, because it's like we could shoot it, but we ain't got nobody who gonna act in it. Cause like back then, think about it. You was doing what, stage plays and things at the time. It was like doing a film was unheard of for an independent person here in Detroit.
Yeah.
So it was like, oh man, we didn't get just one. We got you. We got I forgot the two girls' names.
Elena and Christina.
Elena and Christina, Don and Henri. So it was Anton. So it was like we had nothing but actors around us.
You had
we had
Kenny.
Yeah, it was a bunch of us. Yeah, so it was just like we can win now.
Yeah.
But I can tell you this though, Concrete today is still one of the hardest movies ever shot.
That never came out.
It still get asked about all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
It's crazy because when that trailer dropped, it set a lot of stuff on fire too.
It was a Doughboys movie, remember?
Yeah, it was. It was. I remember that. When that Doughboys movie coming out. But it was great. I think that things like that gotta happen. Even though it never came out, it was a learning experience. It was definitely a lesson.
That's
and
all.
It helped us grow. Now, when you think of a film like Concrete, which is 2011, 2012, to 2023, the growth is like, what is that like for you? To look back and then come up to now, it's like, whoa.
You know what? Like, to be honest, it's a big difference because, for one, we shot it with a DSLR.
Right. 70.
But the thing is, I still think to this day, like, I haven't seen the footage in years.
Yeah.
But I still think to this day, the things that T did with that camera can still be relevant to today. Today's market, because I think a lot of times with him, he was ahead of his time with the cinematography.
Yeah.
So he used to do, everybody known T, like, that nigga gonna get on top of the building. He gonna get that shot.
Yeah.
So it was just like we were establishing shots that the industry was establishing in that movie with a 7D.
Yeah, I remember, he would study films and emulate them. Like the Hollywood establishment shots.
Training day. It was a lot of training day.
Yeah. A moving shot. And it'd be funny because you would ask him, like, bro, is that like a dolly shot? And back then he'd be like, what's that? I don't know. I'm just moving with the camera. And we'd all laugh and be like, but he knows it. He might not know the technical term, but he knows what he's doing. It's not like he's fishing. He actually knows what he's doing. He's doing it for a purpose. So
because he watched 100 movies. Today we got on set, like, I'm about to try this and this how it's going to work.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. I think when you go back and look at that footage, a lot of that stuff that's in that film you could still use today.
Yeah, you probably. I ain't gonna say probably because you could.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna say. We was all there.
Yeah,
cold days, all them days.
Yeah, It was a very interesting time to be a filmmaker. But back then there was nobody there. I mean, there was nothing. There was no other people doing films.
There was
like
no
that.
film community.
No.
It was just
no.
some guys transitioning
from music videos to
film,
films,
working with stage actors at the time.
And that was it. That was all it was. So now we fast forward to 2017 when Wait came out.
Yeah.
Which is your first feature film.
Well, I wouldn't say it's my first, but it was my first that I produced. Yeah.
That you produced, right? That you produced your own.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about that. What was that experience like?
Man,
what did you feel like?
I was determined.
Yeah.
I was determined. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like I told you, like watching y'all, you know, yourself and T. Like when y'all see y'all do stuff, it's like y'all are my motivation. Mm-hmm. I don't get that from nobody else here. I don't know why, but it don't happen. So, but I was just determined. Like, man, I love film, so I have to do a movie. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I felt at the time that I was counted out. That I was never going to be able to complete that. Ooh. Like I wasn't going to be able to get to where I am. You know what I mean? So like that was my focus. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, man, I'm about to do this movie. I'm going to do this movie. I mean, it was times on set. Literally, I was doing sound, lighting, and film and camera by myself. Literally with actors. Yeah. I would hand the boom mic to an actor, say, hey, just put the mic right here, hold it.
Oh, we know that feeling all too much.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to them early days on Moolah Films.
Man, but now, you know, understand with the growth, you know, you start adding to the situation. But Wait is still very, very close to my heart.
I think you gotta have those moments. You know what I'm saying? You got to. That's how you grow. I remember, doing a scene and holding the boom mic with my scene partner and running my lines while I'm holding the boom mic. I mean, it's just, I think those are just the trials and tribulations of growing and helping the community grow and you growing with it. You know what I'm saying? I remember, you know, seeing T shoot a damn movie by itself. You know, I watched
That's basically what it was with Wait.
Yeah, same thing, like watching shoot a movie by itself. So I understand that it's that determination, it's that will to wanna, you know what I'm saying, to get it done. But I remember.
I mean, like I said, at the end of the day, you cannot be somebody in charge or the boss of the situation if you never put in that work.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? And I still don't consider myself a boss or nothing like that because I still put in the work. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't understand what it took for us to get here. They feel like they shot a movie today, they need to be the biggest thing walking. And I'm like, okay, well, let's talk about, we're just getting our just dudes just now. And we've been doing this for 15 plus years.
Yes, a long time.
You know what I mean? So it's like we're now seeing the fruits to our labor.
We went 3 summers without a movie coming out. 3 summers we shot a film and it never came out. So you know, we're just now, but it's supposed to be like that. You know, I'm happy to see people get into this industry and have a head start because we didn't have one. And it'd only be right to give them a head start. You know, we didn't have nobody to give us.
That's what we paved the way for.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We're giving them something that we wish we had.
Right, exactly.
I just want people to understand and respect that. Yeah. That'd be my biggest gripe, but you know, that's just my own opinion.
Yeah. You know how it go. That's the game.
It's just the game.
It's the game, you know. So you work with a lot of actors outside the city. You know, I know you do a lot of work in Milwaukee. You do a lot of work in Ohio. What do you think the difference is between those other cities and us? Well, what do you feel like the difference is?
There's not a difference, and the reason I say that is because they're bringing everything from Detroit to their city, from me, my crew, down to the actors. You know what I mean? So it's like they're not doing anything different than what we do. It's just that someone from here is helping them catapult. Like with Milwaukee, for instance, you know what I'm saying? Like they show me so much love. Like they feel like I'm from Milwaukee now. I leave to go to Milwaukee again in February to shoot another film. That'll be my 10th film in Milwaukee in 3 years.
Right. What are some of the films?
You got Circumstances 2, 3, 4, Trust Nobody. We did Trust Nobody 2, Unfair Exchange, A Good Day for Everybody, and then the new one is what's it called? I forgot. All About the Bag or something. I forgot the name of the movie. But it's a lot. And then they still, and then another one. Then they're slated to do like 6 more in 23.
Oh, okay. And you gonna be the DP on them?
Yeah, they don't want to do it with nobody else.
You working, boy.
Yeah, but I'm working too much.
You got Milwaukee on lock.
And that's the thing too. Milwaukee is how we used to be.
Oh, okay.
So you remember how like it was just you guys shooting a film, and then you probably had like myself, and then like maybe Dan or Dennis. Dennis wasn't even really shooting them then. Yeah. But it's only 2 people in Milwaukee that's really shooting films right now. So they have the upper hand. The other people, they haven't figured out how to do it yet. So that's why I'm glad I'm a part of their growth, because once it grows, it's gonna bloom like ours did.
what do you think? How did? Because other cities have the same access to, you know, that we have the same access to cameras, you know, stuff like that. Why did we take off so fast? What do you think it is? Like, how did so many people just begin building this film community so fast? Because 2017, it wasn't really booming like it is right now.
Nah, it wasn't.
You know what I'm saying? It was people, you know, getting in the game, doing films, but it wasn't booming like it is in 2023. What do you think happened? What was it?
I mean, one thing about Detroit people, man, you know, one thing about us, we're going to take over and we're going to show. It's just like back in the day when Meech and them was doing anything, they'd go to different cities and just take over, right?
Yeah.
That's just a Detroit mentality. We know how to create and take over. And for some reason, other people just don't get it. Like, you can go watch these other films from other cities, they be decent, they be good, but to think something coming from LA, right? You would think that it would be, damn, we need to do it like this. But it don't be. It be, damn, they need to come get one of us to shoot their film. But I think these other cities are so caught up on the industry and they're not really giving back to the independent side. So they don't really care. You know what I'm saying? So you got a lot of new people trying to do it, trying to figure it out. Instead of the people in the industry, they're not giving back to that. Because there's no budget or there's a lot of union stuff involved, you know?
Yeah, kind of like the start of independent films is here. It's like they're at their starting point, kind of where we were, you know,
in 17.
Several years ago.
So they pretty much, for what I see, they're like stuck in 2017 right now. And we're in 2023.
Right. You know
what I'm saying? Either that or they just don't study film. I don't know what it is. But I wouldn't want to say that, but that's what that's what it looks like.
No, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, I get it. So what does, for you, when you watch films from our city, what do you feel like, what does Detroit films feel like to you?
We're gonna fix that, Thomas. We're gonna say films created in Detroit.
I'm sorry. What does films created in Detroit look like to you?
I mean, you know, I'm very technical when it comes to a lot of things, but I can't honestly say there is growth. And I just had this conversation with T the other day, and I was like, there's no growth. No, I'm just being stubborn, but it is growth. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that I don't like is that some of the acting needs to get better. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like all of us behind the scenes, we're doing our homework, we're getting better, we're growing. But I think we're outgrowing the actors that we have available to us because they're not training. We're training. We're shooting films. We're doing this. We creating content. We're writing. We're doing what we have to do. But the actors are not keeping up with what we're doing.
I'm torn because I've seen so much growth from the actors. I have since 2015. Man, I've seen the growth, but I've also seen the growth in production because I remember I saw a trailer. I'm not sure whose it was. I can't remember, but I remember seeing it like, wow, that trailer looks very, very good. And it was the first time I've actually said, wow, that trailer looks like legit, like from tip top to whatever. So I think the acting is growing. I think it's just taking a little longer than maybe production, but I think it's growing. But I do agree. Everybody has to get better. Everybody has to study. Everybody has to train for sure.
I mean, I'm not gonna say it's not growing. We're growing faster.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It's like I can't take. I don't know what every actor is doing.
Sure.
I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I just know, like, for you, for instance, right? I see so much growth in your acting. Like I said, we were just talking earlier when I told you about how you did in the Christmas movie. Like I seen so much growth in that from an actor side of you. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, because you know what you're constantly doing, you're constantly working and you're training. Even if you're working with another actor, you still training your mind when you get in front of the camera.
For sure.
And it's gonna work for you too.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, what other people are doing that? When we stop filming, what are you doing after that? What is this actor doing? They're only acting when it's time to shoot. Or they're rehearsing when it's time to go into production. But after that production is done, what are they doing?
No, you.
I mean, even Denzel Washington still has an acting coach.
Yeah, I mean, Don Cheadle, you hear what he said?
Don Cheadle, all of them still, they sharp. You know, they got to sharpen their skills. You know, it ain't always, I'm the best to stop. No, it's not that.
Well, the best never stops.
Exactly.
If you're the best, you never stop.
You can't, because somebody's coming for that spot.
Yeah, that's true. Now that is very true, and I can't debate that one. So, I want to talk about your series you're getting ready to go into, right? Which, I got to take my hat off to you, man. That's going to be dope, you know what I'm saying? You getting ready to go into, a whole new realm of filming, which is series. it's called scripts, right? Correct? Am I right?
Yeah.
So what's the anticipation? What's going on in your mind? Like what's your
You know, I ain't gonna lie. This is the first time I've been nervous to create something in a long time.
Oh wow, okay.
You know, and you know that's becoming from talking to those who have done series already, like you know you guys.
Yeah.
And I know it's a bunch of moving parts, right? And I gotta just make sure I surround myself with people that understands these moving parts. Because one thing I can't do, I can't overwork myself because it won't get done.
Right.
Because you know what I'm saying, like the shit is stressful. I mean, we all know that. So it's just that, and then I've never done it before, so it's a whole new realm. It's just this and that. So I'm just preparing myself for the worst. Yeah. That's really what I'm preparing myself for.
Yeah. Yeah, brother, I had to take a sip on that because series ain't no joke, man.
No, I know, and if I told you the cast count right now, you'd be like, okay, I get it.
I could imagine. I think we did McGraw season 2, 90 days straight. So, you know, that's just straight through 6 episodes, man, and whew, so that wasn't no joke.
What made it take 90 days though? Like that's what I'm saying. When I'm doing, I did my I did a pre-schedule, right? And I looked at it like right now I got mine slated for 22 days.
For us, it took us 90 days because we had we do an hour, so ours is we're in the, if you average it, it's about 50 minutes average. So we have a 50-minute show on average. So you're talking about, at least 45 to 50 scenes per episode. And so if you add that up by 6, you know what I'm saying, you're at that many scenes. And then, you know, it's a lot of action. So you got shootouts. Shootouts take a day and, you know, stuff like that. Those are very, very, very hard scenes to shoot because they take so long. There's so many things you got to do. You got to do ricochets. You got to do reloads
tedious stuff,
so many shots. And so it's so many factors that I could talk about that took us to 90 days. But some of the main things was just, you know, you're basically filming 6 movies. So, I mean, it's just a lot of, like you said, a lot of moving parts, a lot of different situations. And then your normal, you know, hiccups that come with anything you do on set. You know, somebody gets sick, somebody, you know, something happens, emergency, a camera equipment, anything, you know. So it took us 90 days, but oh baby, after them 90 days, I think everybody passed out for about a week. So actually, we took a trip. That's what we did. So we needed it though. So, but yeah, no, but I'm happy, man. I'm excited to see it, man. I am. I got to come on set and stop by and hang out with you when you shoot.
Yeah, definitely.
So does director Beasy Jones, do you believe we need more diverse films in the independent film community? Why is that?
Because I'm a filmmaker, right? And when you create film, you don't create one kind of film. You create different type of films. You have different genres of people. Who are you trying to touch? Are you just trying to stay in touch with just one genre of people? Or do you want the world to see your stuff? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a cutoff point for every genre. Yeah. So me, like, I just, and there's so many other stories you can tell, man. It's just like, I just want to tell other stories. Like, don't get me wrong, I like the gangster stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's fun. You know, because you get to shoot people and all. That's fun, but there's other things that we can tell that can do just as good. It's just, we have to, as a community, have to learn how to diverse to that, because if we're only known for one thing, people are probably not, I don't know yet because I haven't done it, but they're probably not going to respect the diversity from us. You know what I'm saying? Because right now they're looking at all of us like, damn. Like when I look at some of the comments, Facebook has this group, right? And it's a Tubi group, and they talk about all the Detroit films. But all they say is they like the gangster shit. They never say anything else about it. Oh, I can't wait for a new Detroit film because it's gonna be some gangster stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's all they say. So that's what kind of makes me nervous. Like even though like I dropped the movie Love Goes. So it was completely diverse. It was something totally different. You know what I'm saying? It's doing well, but I think it would probably, if it was some gangster shit like Power and Money, it would do way better. And but we all have to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all took the step forward when y'all did the Christmas movie. That was diverse. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we all need to start. Everybody needs to start doing more.
And the Christmas movie was a big risk. I mean that was a risk that, you know, I don't think any of us knew, you know, the outcome of that. That's a risky movie. But I mean,
though, everything we do is a risk. It's not no guarantee.
Not facts.
It's not. I mean, one day they might not even like gangster shit no more. Nah, what we gonna do?
True.
You know what I'm saying? So, but we know it's not gonna happen. But
it's
a possibility, though. It's a
know.
possibility. They might get tired of our mess. You know what I'm saying?
They might. Yeah, you're right. They might. So, out of all of your work that you have done over your, your career, what is your best, like your most, like you're proud of the most, and then tell me what's your worst, like what's the one that you just be like, ah.
I think Power of Money is my best.
Okay.
And that's because
But you did a cold job acting.
That's what I'm saying. Because I got a chance to step.
I gotta give you love. Gotta give you love.
And that's because that's the reason why I feel like it's my best. Because I actually got to challenge myself to direct and be in the movie at the same time. Mm-hmm. And I know that is one of the hardest jobs ever.
Definitely.
One of the hardest jobs. I'm talking about cameras breaking, all type of stuff going on set. And I was just like, man, I gotta act with y'all. Don't tell me about it no more.
No facts.
And and I don't know. I just feel like that's my best film.
The acting and directing is I did it for McGraw season 2, and that ain't no joke. I was just fortunate enough to have, Kills and T, and even Murder at times. I was able to have guys that could and Lance. There's so many guys that could help me
with good positive input.
Yeah, just hey man, that ain't it. That I trust and I know they're telling me the truth. That helped a whole lot. So I know exactly what you're talking about.
I had that too, like with Tristan, and I had my production manager. She was like on my heels about a lot of stuff. I actually had a good AD. My AD was really good. Like he kept everything flowing when I was in front of the camera. Yeah. But yeah, to talk about the worst, oh no, man.
Come on, man. What's the worst? We all got one now.
Man, the worst. Man, I might want to say my worst. I ain't gonna say the worst, but. My least favorite.
Yeah, there you go. Least favorite.
I would probably say Code of Thieves.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I mean because I had a lot of trial and error.
Oh, okay.
A lot of trial and error.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I lacked in a lot of areas on that movies too. So
yeah,
the movie it's a good movie. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? But to me personally, yeah.
No, I mean we all got one.
Yeah.
We all experienced one where we go back and we look and we say,
wow, the hell did I do that?
What was that?
But that set me up though. Like but I do respect the movie because it helped me with Narc.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because Narc was more action and it prepared me for that.
Definitely. Yeah. But you blew up a car in Code of Thieves, so I mean, nobody ever did that. Nobody ever did that. You blew a car up. So
that was my old car. I blew that bitch
up. You blew the whole car up?
Yeah, no, the way that the dude set it up, he just blew up the trunk and the okay.
All right.
But it looked like the whole car.
The whole car blew up.
Yeah, but when he rigged it, just the hood and the trunk blew up.
Oh, okay. All right. So do you feel like maybe because there's so many new independent filmmakers and directors coming into this game, every year, do you feel like independent filmmaking is the new rap game?
They're trying to make it that. I ain't gonna say it is yet, but they're trying. I'm not gonna say the rap game. I feel like they're trying to make it like the music video game.
Okay.
That's how I perceive it. That's how I look at it. I look at it like that because everybody's hustling it right now. Just like when we started with doing the music videos, everybody started popping up with a DSLR. So it's like, okay, now we got to compete with this dude charging $250, $300. They come to us, you got to pay that. I'm not coming out for that. You know what I mean? But that's the competition you got to have. You're gonna have. So with movies, what's probably gonna save us? There's really no cheap way around it.
No,
there's really no cheap way around it. You could try it. It might work the first time, but you're gonna have to spend some money eventually
to get quality.
Yeah, to get quality, you're gonna have to spend.
And I think when we were doing music videos, that was the main thing with us. We were bringing quality.
And that's what kept us aboard.
Story treatments. I mean, storyboards and treatments. We're gonna perfect that video the way you want it. So I think yeah, you're right. I think eventually you're gonna have to come around and give the quality.
Yeah, and then if certain distribution systems, platforms, they're gonna stop accepting some of the BS too. So, and when that happens, people are gonna see there's no money in it. They're gonna stop doing it. Yeah. And you're gonna see only the real filmmakers stay around. People that really want to do film, I should say.
That have a love for it.
Yeah. Or already done established the way they made some money, they can still afford to put back into it.
Yeah. So I got to put you on the spot, right? Because we had this debate all the time, year after year. They hear this. Are you the best director in the independent film industry?
You know what?
No.
Hold on. Let me clarify that.
Thomas. Cop no please now.
I ain't gonna cop no please. But see, I don't want to be considered the best at anything.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, a director gets hired for how he does whatever he does.
Definitely.
Whatever somebody likes what he does for a certain type of genre of film, that's what they're hired for. So I can't sit here and say I'm the best because no, there's things that you've done that I was like, damn, let me call Thomas. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like,
for sure.
I don't want to ever be, even with cinematography, no, I'm not the best DP. No, because you're going to hire me because I have a certain look that you're probably looking for this project. Yeah, I'm not going to sit there and say I want the best.
No, but in all seriousness, you definitely one of the top for me. You know, your work speaks for itself. You know, so I do, you know, feel like you are, you know, you top up for me. You up there. You top dog for me.
That's big coming from you, Tom. I appreciate that.
No, in this independent film industry, man. I mean, you for me, you know what I'm saying. You know, maybe I'm just could be biased or you know whatever, but I see the work. I've seen the growth. I've seen it from the very very first one all the way to you know what I'm saying, Power and Money. And I've told T this. I've told her. I said, man, B is getting better every movie I see. You just see the growth.
And that goes back to the acting thing, right?
Yeah.
You see how we're constantly growing because we're researching and we're studying. Yeah. And that's all I expect from everybody around us. Because I don't want the production to look better than your acting. I want everything to meet in the middle. Yeah. Because now we have a great project.
Well, I think that's what makes a classic is that everything is top tier. From the acting to the cinematography to the directing to the writing. I mean, everything's top tier. So yeah, I agree. No. For sure. Now, you are one of the guys besides T, and that you have a lot of hats you wear on set. So you're an editor, you're also the director, you're also the producer, you're also the colorist. You know, you name it, you do it.
Right.
Out of all of them, if you could just pick one and say, hey, this is what I'm doing, I'm not doing anything else, which one would it be?
I'm torn with that. It's kind of like directing and DPing because it's like I'm one of those directors that I'm going to get my hands on the camera. Yeah. I got to. Because it's sometimes like I see things and I can't really tell my camera out how to get it's just me. You know what I'm saying? My mind works so many different ways. It's like, all right, let me just do this because I keep trying to explain it to you. You're not doing it right. So let me just do it. Yeah. But other than that, overall, I'm more leaning towards the directing side now. Yeah. As I progress and get older, man, it's like, you know, sometimes
you gotta get off that camera.
I want to, but I can't. But directing, I love it. I love being able to talk to the actors. Yeah. I love just being able to tell the story through the lens. Yeah.
No, I love directing, man. It's just being able to see your vision come to life, being able to communicate it to an actor and they pull it off. I think directing, sometimes I get torn between acting and directing. I really do, because you get a different feeling from directing than you do acting, you know, and it just...
Yeah, you do. I can relate to that.
Yeah, you can relate to that now. Now you can relate to that.
I can relate to that.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I get torn. So, yeah, I know the feeling. So, how does director Beasy Jones juggle your very busy and complicated film life with family? Like, how do you juggle?
I know how to turn stuff off, man. Like me, I'm the type of person, like, I'll do a certain amount of stuff, but then I know... because my family is important to me. Yeah. And I turn things off for them. You know what I'm saying? I turn jobs down. I tell people I can't do it or schedule me next month. Like right now, I haven't shot anything since I want to say, well, I just came back from Milwaukee. That was what, October, November. That's the last thing I shot.
Yeah, I remember we talked. You said you were down for the holidays. Yeah.
But I was down after that. Yeah. Then before that, I haven't shot nothing since August. So like I take those times, especially during the cold months. I ain't really trying to be out there in the cold.
Milwaukee about cold as we are.
No, they colder.
Oh, okay.
They colder. That's what I'm saying. Like, but the thing is, when I went down there, it was warm. Like this year, just been warm all the way around. Yeah. And then we had the luxury of not shooting a lot outside. So I told him, I said, yeah, if we're gonna shoot a lot outside, I might as well wait till it get hot because I ain't coming down there. Yeah. But yeah, I balance it like that. You gotta learn how to say no. Because some people let that money drive them.
Yeah. And you look up and time flew.
Kids are grown. They like, damn, Daddy, where you been? Like, nah, I can't have that because I got a new baby. Like my daughter, she's 2 now. You know what I mean? So I lost a lot of time with my other kids. I ain't gonna lie, I had to make up. But when we shooting the music videos, man, we had to make them sacrifices, man. And I did sacrifice family over that too.
I miss so much, and it's funny you said it because, you know, I got a little one, and I get it. Like, it's different. Like, you know what? Now I can begin to focus more on y'all because I've laid that foundation when I sacrificed so many years ago to get where I'm at now. Yeah. You know, I can now balance it better. you know, it's still demanding, but I can balance it better now.
Yeah,
So,
that's where I'm at with it.
yeah.
Like my oldest daughter, we argue all the time. And I can't fault nobody but myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because but I made that sacrifice to now we're comfortable. We're
But
good. You know what I mean?
do you believe that you gotta make those sacrifices in the beginning? I mean, that's what comes with trying to build.
That's what comes with being an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
You have to make those sacrifices.
Yeah.
There's just no way around it. If you don't make those sacrifices, you're not going to be successful. Unless you just got a boost from somebody. Well, today's age, you can get that success easily because of social media.
Yeah.
But when we started, we had to make them sacrifices. It wasn't no social media for real.
I mean,
it wasn't even on Instagram when we started. Not for real.
Not for real. I mean,
I can't remember.
Facebook and Twitter. It was Twitter when we were doing.
Yeah, it was Twitter.
It was more so Twitter. When
it was Twitter and Facebook.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So it was
Yeah.
like we didn't have the luxury of really having a social media presence like that. You know what I mean? So it was like you had to go out here and hit these streets running and figure it out.
I mean, even now though, even if you get that boost, you still got to have a foundation of hard work and dedication and getting up and grinding and making a sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? So, no, I get it completely. I get it. So who inspires you, B? Who is it that inspires you? I know you said Moolah, and I know you said people in your community, but outside of that, I mean, who really inspires you?
Me. And the reason I say that, not to be arrogant, me, because I know what I want. You know what I'm saying? I know, and I know my dream. I know what I'm chasing. So it's like I aspire myself to get up every day to edit this movie, to go shoot this movie. This is me, because this is what I want.
Yeah.
Nobody else can do what I want
Yeah.
for me. I had to do it for myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'd look at it like, if I'm not an inspiration to myself, I can't. Who else can I inspire?
Yeah. No, that's deep. No, you're right. No, you're right. When you like you say, you gotta love this to get up and do it every day.
Man, well, if you don't have a love for this, you might as well stop.
I mean, you gotta love this to get up and want to do this every day. I mean, 2 20-hour shoots back-to-back days with 6 hours of sleep, and you get up and you back. You gotta really, really love this to want to do.
I mean,
this.
just think about it. You said y'all did 90 days on set.
Yeah, 90 days.
That's 3 months away from your family. That's 3 months of dedication.
On an average of
But who inspires you to do that? Yourself.
Yeah,
because you
definitely.
wanted to get up. You wanted to make this happen.
For sure.
And that's
I'm building something that's bigger than me.
Exactly. It's not for us no more.
No,
It's not for us no more. It's for our next generation.
that's right. Yeah. That's what that 90 days was. I was just driven to get it done. To work.
Tired as hell, wasn't you?
Oh man, come on.
Because I can just imagine.
See,
'cause
you gotta
doing 10 days. I do 10 days, 12-day shoots. And
you got to think about it. 16 hours on an average day. An average day on McGraw season 2 is 16, if not longer.
That's light.
So you can imagine the arguments that's going on.
Yeah, it's just
T snapping by day 24. T snapping at every moment. Me and Murder got into our first argument on McGraw.
Wow.
The big shootout scene.
Damn, Murder don't argue with
And
nobody but T.
Man, and me and him got into an argument. I just remember it was like 4 in the morning, man. We were trying to do this shot where he was supposed to have a reaction to the last episode 6, and he was supposed to have a reaction, and the windows is bust, and everything flying everywhere, and T like, man, that's not it. And so Martin like, what do you want me to do? And so he said, Thomas, tell him what to do. I said, he know what to do. He said, I don't know what to do. And we going back and forth, and finally he's like, all right, bet, I'm about to do it then. And like 5 minutes later, he just did it. And I was like, duh, that's what we've been waiting on.
But sometimes them arguments is needed.
And it's funny because the new
you gotta
people,
let that frustration out.
New people come on and they be like, oh my God, they're gonna fight. And then 5 minutes later, they're like, what, they're friends? Like, what the hell is going on? And it's like, that's just how we've been since day one.
Yeah.
Since the beginning.
Yeah.
It's to be on our set, you gotta have some tough skin. You gotta really have some tough skin to work with us. Because we're gonna push you to be the best.
You know, I'm the complete opposite, man. I be chilling. No, I snap every blue moon, but but you know, those heated conversations are definitely needed sometimes, man.
You got to. It brings out the best.
You gotta think, you 45 days in, and man, niggas frustrated, man. Let that out. Get it out. Now we back. Now we reset.
We probably know we finna go over budget. You got people not showing up because they sick or this or that. I mean, it's just. It hits a boiling point, and then sometimes you just gotta come out. So it like when we know when T get the snap and me and Murder look like, hey man, he got to fit. He's just getting it out.
He can let it out.
And he get it out, and then everything's good, and we go back to laughing and getting the scene done. So now, what's in store for 2023? I know you told us a little bit, but what should I be looking for in 2023? Definitely dropping.
Well, I'm doing more self this year, right?
Okay.
Meaning that I'm going to focus more on what I want to do, far as film and production wise.
Yeah.
So like we're doing scripts. I got another film that I got called Her Husband's Enemy.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna be a little different. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm gonna try something different, more diverse.
But that's finished, right? That's in post.
No, that's not in post. I ain't
Oh, it's
shot
not in
it
post. Okay.
yet. No, Her Husband's Enemy. I'm thinking father son. I'm sorry.
I was about to say, I thought I saw the trailer, but maybe I'm tripping.
Yeah, Her Husband's Enemy is in post. It's basically done. It's an audio post right now.
Okay.
So that's dropping this year, and then like I say, a father son. That's the one I'm gonna go more diverse.
It's more like a non-action drama, like.
Well, it's got a lot of action.
Oh, it's got a lot of action.
It's got action.
Oh, okay.
But it's more like police brutality, social injustice.
Oh, okay.
So,
okay.
but it's
okay.
there. It's a lot of action in it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's still got just killing. I still got like some urban ties to it.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's not no gangster shit at all. There's nothing gangster about it. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what I got in store.
Yeah. So when it's all, when it's all said and done, at the end of the day, what's the legacy that B wants to leave behind? Or I'm sorry, director Beasy Jones. What is the legacy you want to leave behind?
He was a great filmmaker. That's that he took his craft, he took his profession, and he was serious about it. Like when my kids come around, if they decide to follow my path, they gonna be like, well, shit, you got some big shoes to fill.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like your daddy was the man. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just my legacy.
Yeah.
Like I don't want nothing else. Just people just to respect my work when I'm not here and still watch it.
That's dope. That's dope. Hey, look, man, thanks for joining me, man. I appreciate it. I loved our talk, man, reminiscing down, the old days and, much success and definitely appreciate the drink.
We fake drinking.
No. I ain't fake drinking. I don't know about you, but I'm actually drinking. Hey, check it out, man. Thanks for joining me on Drinks with Coach, man. I'm your host, Thomas L. Harris, a.k.a. Coach. And I want to thank my guest, Director Beasy Jones, man. We appreciate y'all. Till the next time. I was actually really drinking mine.
I was too.
No, I was drinking mine. I was drinking mine. And it's kind of good.
We was fake drinking, kids.
No.